We'll start today in a cross-legged position, and you're welcome to have one leg straight if that is better for you. And let's take a breath in and roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and let the eyes close. Feel the weight of your buttocks sinking into the earth. And at the same time, lifting your head up toward the sky. And then notice your hands. See if you can relax your hands. And just get a sense of how it feels to have your hands in the position they're in. Down or up, maybe somewhere in between. And then just stay connected to how you feel and change the position of your hands. Moving them up if they're down, down if they're up. Just noticing how something as small as your hand position might, it may not, but might change the feeling in your being. Maybe not a physical feeling, maybe an energetic feeling, an emotional feeling. Just check in. And then take whichever one feels more supportive to you. And then shift your attention to your breath. Starting to slow your breathing down, filling first the belly, then the ribs, then the chest. Maybe on the exhale you can feel how your shoulder blades relax down your back. And then lower the chin to the chest. Stay connected to the breathing and see if just this small move changes the breathing or where you feel it. Bring the chin over to the left shoulder. Place the right hand behind your back, walking the hand over toward the left waist with the palm facing out. Excuse me. And then press the back side of your hand into your back to roll the elbow and shoulder back as you continue to release the head down and to the left. Staying connected to the fullness of your breath. And then release that right arm. Bring your chin to center and over to the right side. Full breath. Left arm behind you, the hand over toward the right waist, palm facing out. Press the back side of the hand into your body, rolling the elbow and shoulder back. And seeing where the breath goes now. What pathways do you create for your breath by making this physical shape? If you're breathing short and shallow, your breath isn't going to ever feel any different. It's always just going to feel short and shallow. You may not notice the places that challenge your breath, the places that open to your breath. So try to keep your breath long and slow and deep. Then release that left arm. Bring your chin center and then over to the left and up and circle. Circling around. And reverse. And back to center. Chin parallel to the ground. Roll the shoulders a few times. Forward, up, back, and down. Moving with breath. And then roll the other way. Back, up, forward, down. And relax. Just notice how your legs are crossed. We may revisit it at the end and cross them the other way. So just remember if you can. And then we'll come on to hands and knees. Okay. Now bring the knees together and start to circle your hips around. This is a really good exercise to lubricate the knees. And if it's bothersome to your knees, please don't do it. As you can see, we're also warming up the hips. And then when you're ready, reverse directions. Good. Come back to center. Separate the knees hip width apart again. And then take the left arm out to the side and slowly lower yourself down until the armpit comes as close to the floor as possible, laying on the left side of your head. Relaxing with each breath out, letting your upper back sink down. Press into your right hand to lift yourself up, and then send that left arm over to the right. Come down onto the shoulder, also onto the left cheek. Cross your ankles. Take a breath in. And then when you exhale, press into your right hand, rolling toward the back of your head. And then send that right arm up and back. And as you inhale, squeeze the ankles. Exhale, relax into the twist. Right hand comes down. Push yourself up. Back to hands and knees. Uncross the ankles. And then send the right arm out to the right. Lowering down. Try to get the arm straight out to the side, so not a little bit in front of your shoulder. A couple of you don't seem to have your arm perpendicular to your body. It's a little bit in front, and that's going to take the stretch a little bit different. Okay, just relaxing the upper back, sinking down, breathing deep. Push into your left hand to lift yourself up, and then bring that right arm under and over to the left, coming down onto the shoulder, coming down onto the right cheek, and make sure your head is as far away from your shoulder as it can be so your neck is nice and long. Cross your ankles, take a breath in, and then when you exhale, push into your left hand, rolling toward the back of your head. Send the left arm up, maybe reaching back if you can, and then squeeze the ankles as you inhale. Relaxing as you exhale. Left arm comes down. Press yourself up. Uncross the ankles. Come into a table position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Finding your inhale, dropping your belly down, and then rolling the breath up to your chest as the eyes look up. Exhaling, tailbone under, belly lifts, head down, push the ground away to lift the front body up even more. And then just continue going back and forth, letting your breath set the pace. And come back to neutral spine. Keeping your hips where they are, don't move them forward. Just walk the hands forward and drop the chest. resting either on your forehead or if you can on your chin or if you can on your cheek. Try to keep the elbows straight so that the shoulders feel the stretch. Continue to breathe deep. Dropping the upper back into the ground. Press into the hands, lift yourself up, bring your elbows to the ground, have the elbows, forearms, and hands all touching, and then walking the elbows forward, lift the hands and rest your face on your upper arms, sinking the back yet again. Walk the elbows back, lift your head up, bring the hands to the ground, round your back. Walk the hands in even more, coming up to stand on your knees. Right hand on the chest, left hand on the belly. Breathing from belly to chest. And then we'll bring the left hand to the left heel. Curl the toes under if you don't reach. And if you still don't reach with the toes curled under, just bring the hand to the hip. And then lean back. Bring the hips forward and under you. Drop the head back if you can. And then take that right arm and lift it up into the air. Reaching out of the fingers. Breathing into the whole body. And then sit down on your heels. Send that right arm over to the left. If you're holding on to your left heel, continue to do so. If you're not, take hold of your left heel. Rod, you can stay like this. So you don't want to sit down, but you can stay like this and just reach across to the left side. And then for everyone else, you can pull your left hand toward your left knee. And then reach out long through your right fingers. Send the breath through the right side. And bring that right hand back, kind of outside of your right knee. Bring your left hand outside your left knee. Press yourself up to standing on your knees again. Left hand on the chest or right hand on the belly. Breathe from belly to chest and see if you can continue to breathe from belly to chest as you remove your right hand and bring it to your right heel or hip. Leaning back, breathe into your left hand, then release it and send it up and back. Continuing to breathe belly to chest. And if you can, sit back down on your heels, taking hold of your right heel with your right hand. Send the left arm across to the right. And then press your right hand into your heel toward your knee. Breathe long into the body, reaching out long through the left fingers. And then bring that left hand back to the outside of the left knee. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right knee and press yourself up. And walk your hands forward, bringing them in front of the shoulders. Spread the fingers, curl the toes. Inhale. Exhale, lift the knees but keep them bent. Push forward into the hands, sending the hips back. And then as you exhale, try to drop your ribs toward your thighs, just like we did earlier in puppy pose, dropping the chest and upper back toward the floor. And then press your left heel down, sink your left armpit down, press forward into your fingers, back through your hips, down into your heel. And then press the inner left heel toward the outer left heel, heightening that arch, maybe slightly changing the stretch in the calf. Bend the left knee and straighten the right leg. Again, pushing forward into the fingers. See if you can feel how that lengthens your back. And then take that length down into that right heel. And then press the inner right ankle toward the outer right ankle. Inhale, lift the left leg up, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Lift your body up. Take Venus lock with your thumbs and bring them up overhead, and then pull the hands apart. Sink the hips down. Press back into your right heel, and then angle your tailbone forward, like you're aiming your tailbone for your left knee. Stay with your breath. Good. Leave the right arm up. Bring the left arm down, resting it on your thigh. And then we're going to bring that right arm a little bit back and a little bit left. Gazing up and finding a spot for balance. Pressing down with the left hand. Maybe you can feel the stretch coming all the way up the front of the right side. Through the hip, the ribs, maybe all the way to the fingers. Now bring the back heel onto the ground. Bring the left forearm onto the left leg and send that right arm overhead toward the front of the room, taking your gaze up, and the left index finger comes to the left thumb in Gyan Mudra. Pushing back into the outer edge of your right foot, reach out through the right fingers. And lower that right arm down. Bring the hands to the ground. Step the back foot up about a foot, not a whole lot, just enough so that both feet can come to the ground and you can straighten the front leg. Pulling the left hip back so that that left leg straightens. Relax your torso over the front leg. And then if you happen to be able to touch your hands to the ground, many of you will not, but if your hands do come to the ground, take weight out of your hands so that you're not holding yourself up in any way. We'll all kind of pivot our hips a little bit to the left as a way to pull that left hip back a little more. And drag the breath slowly through the body. Releasing it slowly and relaxing with that exhale. Let the front knee bend. Bring the hands to the ground. Step that right foot back. Step the left foot back. Inhale and lift the right leg up. Look forward. Exhale, step it up between the hands. And then lift your body. Take Venus Lock and come into whichever way feels less natural to come into. So switch your thumbs. Pull the hands apart. Press back and down through your left heel. Lower your hips and send them forward. Breathing wide into the spaciousness of this posture. Crescent pose. And then bring the right hand down onto the right thigh. And then we're going to send the left arm a little bit back and a little bit right. Taking your gaze up, pushing back into your left heel, reaching out of your left hand, stretching the whole length of the body. Keeping the left arm up, bring the left heel down, bring the right forearm onto the right leg, index finger to thumb, left arm reaches overhead, gazing up and back. Push back into the left foot and reach out through the left hand. Bring the left hand down, bring the right hand down, step the back foot forward a little, and then straighten the front leg. Let your head drop down. Pull your lower belly in and up as you exhale and release over your leg. And then turn your hips to the right, pulling that right hip back. Maybe even shifting your weight a little bit more from the front foot to the back foot. And again, if your hands are on the ground, let them be limp. And we can let that front knee bend and step the back foot up. And roll up slowly. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your back. Step the legs wide apart. Have the elbows bent with the hands resting on your lower back. So bend the elbows. Good. And then pull the hands apart so that the elbows kind of move toward each other some more. So the elbows are still bent, folks. Bend the elbows. And then pulling the hands apart might help bring those elbows a little bit toward each other. And then straighten the arms. Breathe into the chest. Exhale and fold over, lifting the arms, dropping the head, lifting the belly. Release the hands down and fold over your right leg, relaxing into your exhale. And then bring the left hand over toward the right foot. If you don't reach the ground and you can rest on top of the foot, do that. If you need to rest the hand on the shin, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Just anywhere along that right side. And then bring the right hand onto the hip and lift your torso and try to get it parallel to the ground. And then pull the right hip back as you send your chest forward away from the hip so that you're really stretching straight through the spine. And then take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your left waist toward your right knee. Twisting, looking up, float that right arm up. And release it down. Walk the hands over to the other side. Hanging over your left leg. Relaxing with your exhale. And then bring that right hand as close to your left foot as you can. Maybe it's on the ground, maybe it's on the foot, maybe it's on the leg. Bring your left hand to the hip and lift your head, getting your body straight and parallel to the ground. Don't be in a hurry here to move more into the pose. Take your time. And then pull the left hip back as you send your chest in the other direction. Breathe in. As you exhale, aim your right ribs for your left knee. Turning into the twist, take your gaze up and then float your left arm up. And release down. Come center. Hands under the shoulders. Fold forward. And then you can press forward with your hands to send your chest closer toward your thighs. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows toward the sky, and lift yourself up. Send the arms out to the side. Keep the legs wide. Take a breath in. And then when you exhale, reach to the left. Send the left arm down, but don't let it touch your leg. Send the right arm up. And just hang, gazing up toward your right hand. Unless that doesn't work for your neck, then you can gaze down. Feel each breath expanding into your body and sinking you as you exhale. Inhale up, arms out, find a pointed star. And exhale, reach to the right. So we're not doing triangle pose. The feet are actually still facing forward. Both feet, we're not turning the foot out. Both feet are parallel to each other, and we're just dropping, letting the arm dangle. And then the palm faces away from you. And you let the exhale sink you down. Keep the right leg nice and straight. So Ming, you're getting in front of your leg. You're here. And I know it feels more satisfying to get lower, but you're not in the pose anymore if you do that. Nice, guys. Okay, inhale up. Beautiful, good correction. And arms down. And then come back to face front, standing with your feet hip width apart. Good. And just let the eyes close if that's comfortable. Feeling the feet on the ground. So everybody except Rod, you're going to bend your knees. I'm going to give you a different posture, Rod. Now, everybody let the weight sink down into their left foot. Feel the rhythm of your breath and train your mind to focus on the breath, even as we open the eyes. Rod, you're going to come into a tree pose, foot to leg, and everybody else, you're going to bring that right ankle onto the left thigh, flex that right foot, and then start to fold forward over your leg. Stay connected to your breath. Keep your gaze fixed on a spot on the ground. Bend deeper into that left knee if you can. Bend more over your legs if you can. And then come up. Return the foot down. Close the eyes. So Rod, you can join us on this side if you want, or you can, to feel more balanced, you can do tree on the other side as well. It's up to you. The rest of us, we're going to bend our knees, and then we're all going to sink the weight down into that right foot. Feeling the breath. And then staying connected to the breath as the eyes open. Find a spot on the ground. It's going to move, but start with a spot in front of you on the floor. Lift your left ankle up and place it above your right knee. And then trace a line from your gaze point toward your right foot as you start to bend over your leg. Maybe bending deeper into that right knee if you can. Breathing deeply in and out. Focus on your breath. And lift, release. Come to standing. And inhale, pull the shoulders up. Inhale again, pull them up some more. Inhale, pull them up some more. Exhale out of the mouth, release. And again, inhale, shoulders up. Inhale more, up more. Inhale, up more. Exhale out of the mouth. Let it go. One more time. 3 inhales through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth at your own pace. Good. And then just stand for a moment, feeling the weight in both feet. Feeling the breath from belly to chest. Send the arms up, palms face each other. Pull the shoulders down. Mountain pose. As you inhale, feel the upper body lifting up toward the sky. As you exhale, feel the lower body rooting into the earth. Turn the palms to face forward. Inhale, reach up through the chest and the fingertips. Exhale, send the arms back, send the head back. Standing backward bend. Pushing down into the feet, lifting through your heart center. Inhale, lift back up straight. Exhale, fold over. And let's all bring the hands to the backs of the legs. And as you inhale, push the legs into the hands and the hands into the legs. As you exhale, pull the belly in and relax over. Inhaling resistance, breath. Exhale, the hands keep working, but the legs stop resisting. The belly draws in, the body relaxes. And let the knees bend. Release the arms, hands to the ground. Slowly lower yourself down onto your buttocks. Coming into a cross-legged position with the opposite leg in front from what you normally do, from what you did earlier in the class. Feeling the sit bones sinking, the breath breathing, the heart lifted, open, soft. So we'll do a cooling breath. If you're able to curl your tongue, so when I say curl, you can't see my tongue, I'm too far away. I mean this way, not this way, this way. So bringing the outside edges of the tongue in. Not everybody can do it. If you're not able to curl your tongue, then you just make a tiny little hole in your lips. And what we're all going to do is we're going to breathe in. So you're either breathing in through the curl of the tongue or through the tiny little, like whistle size hole in your lips. And then on the exhale, you breathe out of your nose. Last breath. And then relax the tongue if you had it curled. So we have time for one more posture, and I'm going to leave it to you to pick whatever you might like to do. So if you like to end with a twist, you can come onto your back and twist. If you like to come into an inversion, you can. You can come into a bridge pose. You can already start your relaxation. You can fold over your legs, and we didn't do that much hip stuff today because I was mindful of Rod's knee, but you're welcome to do that. Just see what your body is calling out for. You can come into a shoulder stand. If you're doing something that's asymmetrical, then switch to the other side if you haven't already. And then we can all start to transition back onto our backs. You can take your time. And then ultimately, we'll all lift the hips, tuck under, and release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. Let the arms come out away from the body. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, releasing the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, separating the upper teeth from the lower teeth, separating the lips. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind, letting go of thoughts, images, memories, coming fully into the breath. Notice where you most easily feel the breath and rest your attention there. And then also let go of the breath so that the breath is also restful, controlling nothing about this moment, just bearing witness to it. Letting go of the body, the breath, the mind, just being, feeling, relaxing, deeply relaxed. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center. Rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll onto your side. Rest your body on the ground. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your mind in the feeling of your breath, feeling of your heart, feeling of yourself. Noticing who you are in this moment. And celebrating you. You're pretty awesome. Slowly press yourself up. Let your head come up last. Come into any comfortable seated position. Sinking down into the sit bones. Lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.